Good evening and welcome to the Campus Weather Service coverage of the winter storm that is coming our way. I'm Robert Johnson alongside Matt Honig, and Matt, we have quite a storm pushing into our region.
Yeah, certainly, Rob, a very messy mix of precipitation moving into our region during the daytime tomorrow, starting off as a period of heavy snow before many of you even wake up tomorrow, then transitioning over to a period of sleet and freezing rain late morning, early afternoon. So two very distinct commutes. The morning commute will be plagued by heavy snow, the afternoon commute plagued by ice. So two very difficult travel times coming in tomorrow.
We've got the snow, we've got the ice, we've got the man, the myth, the legend, Brian Masher, to tell us about the impacts and the timing of it all. Brian, give us the details.
Thanks, guys. We're looking at a pretty messy day all across Pennsylvania tomorrow, starting off before people even wake up across the Commonwealth. That's when that snow is going to begin sometime around 3 or 4 in the morning, and that snow is just going to be getting heavier throughout the early morning hours, and it's going to be heaviest during those hours of that morning commute around 7 or 8 a.m., and then it's going to transition to some sleet and some freezing rain across the Commonwealth tomorrow, especially in the southern portions of Pennsylvania, and that'll happen sometime in the late morning or even the early afternoon hours. So travel is going to be difficult pretty much throughout the day tomorrow, starting even before you wake up, and then your afternoon commute on your way home, there could be some icy conditions on those roadways. So make sure if you do have to travel, which we advise that you don't, that you are being extremely careful. And if you have to walk, make sure that you do have some good sturdy boots with some good traction for some icy roads out there as well. So are we actually looking at here? What's our setup? We have two pieces of energy that are kind of coming together, and they're going to deliver a double whammy kind of situation to Pennsylvania. We have this thing coming up from the south, bringing in a lot of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, and then another piece of energy coming from our west. That's bringing some colder air with it as well. And these two pieces are going to kind of come together and deliver a 1-2 punch to Pennsylvania. So let's time out this storm for you guys. We'll start this at midnight on Wednesday, and then as we do put this into motion, once we get to around 4:30 a.m., we do see snow has pushed into pretty much the entire southwestern portions of Pennsylvania. Still, even this early, getting a little bit of mixing down in the southern, extreme southwestern Pennsylvania, some places even seeing some rain even this early in the storm. And then as we go through 8 a.m., right around the peak of your morning commute, it is not looking good anywhere in Pennsylvania. Everywhere is dealing with some form of precipitation. Most places are looking at some snow, and then down here in Johnstown, they're dealing with some ice and then even some rain once we get over by Pittsburgh, and that's going to continue for much of the morning hours. Once we get to around noon, that's when that mixing is going to begin here in State College. That's when we'll start dealing with some of that sleet and even some freezing rain here in Centre County. But notice up here in the northern tier of Pennsylvania, they're still dealing with snow, and then down to our south, they're dealing with the ice as well. And then once they get a little bit warmer down to our southwest, they'll even have some rain mixing in. And then down in Philadelphia, where it's going to be a little bit warmer, they'll be mostly dealing with rain. It's not going to be too messy down in Philadelphia and in southeastern Pennsylvania. And then as you go put this forward even more into your afternoon hours, that's when the snow will begin to move out, but we will have some lingering snow showers, potentially even a snow squall as we do go into later portions of your afternoon hours and for your afternoon commute home. But all that snow and ice that has accumulated throughout the day will still be out there, so it won't be an easy commute home either. And then as we do go throughout the rest of the evening, it will clear up and become quite chilly overnight going into your morning on Thursday. It'll be a cold start to your day on Thursday, so make sure you do bundle up out there, looking at 11 degrees here in State College. So we have winter weather alerts all across Pennsylvania. Every single county in Pennsylvania is either under a winter storm warning or a winter weather advisory. We do see the winter storm warnings all across the northern tier and then in southern Pennsylvania as well, and then winter weather advisories throughout much of central Pennsylvania. But we're looking at impacts pretty much across the entire state. How much snow are we actually looking at? Well, the northern tier is going to have the most up here with 6 to 10 inches of snow, and then right here in State College and the southern tier of Pennsylvania, we're looking at 3 to 6. However, notice we're closer to that 6 to 10 line than that 1 to 3 line, so we're expecting to be in the upper echelon of that 3 to 6 forecast. And then down here, we're expecting some less snow, but they have a whole other issue to deal with down to our south. That's where we're expecting the ice accretions to be significantly more. Anywhere you see here in the pinks and the purples, we're expecting ice accretions, and the areas in purple are where we're looking at even more significant ice accretions. So if you are in any one of these areas and you have to travel, we strongly advise against it. But if you do, we advise you to please be careful. Go slow, you'll get there eventually, and if you're out there walking around, make sure you're wearing something with some pretty good traction. That's all I have for you guys. We'll send it back to you guys at the desk.
All right, thank you, Brian, for that update. Rob, just getting some breaking news here into the Campus Weather Service. The Penn State University Park campus classes are delayed through 10 a.m. tomorrow, so no classes through the first couple hours of our morning tomorrow. Once that 10 o'clock hour hits, though, classes will resume as normal, at least for now, and we're still waiting for more updates from Penn State to see if maybe those delays will be pushed even further into the day.
And of course, good news for those students, music to their ears. And if you are not sleeping in tomorrow morning, early in the morning before 10 a.m., make sure that you get outside safely, though, and snap some photos. We want them on our Twitter and on our Facebook. Make sure that you interact with us on social media at PSU Weather on Twitter, and use the hashtag PSU Weather. We want to see those selfies, those old Main lawn pictures, and anything dealing with the snow. But of course, make sure that you do that safely if you are headed out there early in the morning.
Yeah, we really will appreciate any photos, videos, snow totals that you might have. Again, if you can do so safely, we will gladly see it, retweet it to our followers, and let everyone know that follows us about what's going on in your area. Rob, one other update I wanted to bring in, also officially from the Penn State University Park campus. If you do have a car in one of the faculty or staff lots, it needs to be moved by midnight tonight, so that's coming up in just about another hour or two. And then that's going to go through at least 7 a.m. tomorrow. Of course, the hard workers here at Penn State at OPP doing a great job of clearing out those roadways and sidewalks, and hopefully we'll be able to resume a normal class schedule at some point tomorrow, at least. That's what Penn State is hoping to do with their plan of action.
That's a good point there, Matt. And another good point to mention, just like Brian said, make sure that you are wearing shoes with some good traction. So a lot of sneakers don't do it, so make sure that you have some good boots that are going to help you to not slip around out there, because it's not just the snow, which everyone loves to talk about, but it's also the ice potential that's coming in as well with sleet and freezing rain for what's happening here. And that'll do it for us here on a Tuesday evening. For Brian Mastro, Matt Honig, and the entire Campus Weather Service team, I'm Robert Johnson. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, and we'll be keeping you posted all throughout the night and back here on video and on social media all morning long tomorrow. Have a good night.